So Radovan's sleeping it off upstairs. The two ladies are downstairs discussing things.
Yes, all the things.
NCEE11, thank you for following, man.
Periods and stuff.
Neo Gambit, thank you for the follow.
Thank you, guys.
Follow hype.
Definitely. Whoop.
There we go. Keep them coming.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so I'm finishing my meal. Kia, do we have anything that we need to talk about?
Crap. I don't think so. Do we?
Are
we cool?
Do we want to talk about? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna bring something up. I'll be like, Kia, are you okay? You've been a little different, a little bit here. What's going on with you and Radovan?
Different? What do you mean?
Well, it seems like you guys are kind of at each other's throats.
Oh. I don't know. He's just getting on my nerves, I guess. A little bit. He just, does not get my sense of humor at all and thinks every time I make a joke, he thinks I'm being serious. And takes it personally, which he shouldn't, so.
Maybe he needs to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, well, he does that plenty with the whiskey, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to help much, though.
Shots fired.
After, remember that discussion we had here the first night we were
33, thanks for the follow.
Here in this tavern?
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, you see me get visibly a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, oh yeah, and you'll see me from having a conversation like this go, oh yeah, and just kind of shrink down a little bit, and just kind of like look again. Oh, my food is very interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after he told me that he was basically an orphan, I felt bad for the guy because now we could finally relate on something, and I thought maybe that would help us to bond and be the best friends that we were meant to be, but I just can't get along with him for some reason. I don't know why he hates elves so much. It's really annoying.
We could always ask him.
Do you think he'll tell us? I don't know.
I don't know.
Kia is visibly trying to avoid the subject of Raisa, by the way, so she doesn't feel
yes,
so
yeah. But I'm still, weirded out. I'm, still, worried that you're gonna bring it up.
Yeah. So, about Radovan.
Yeah.
Do you think we should... Do you personally think I should just not joke around with him anymore? I thought he liked it in oh, you're annoying, but in a nice way. I don't know.
You know what? He's probably a little stressed out right now with the whole yarn spinner business.
Yeah.
Maybe lay off a little bit just until we get this dealt with, and then he'll get his sense of humor back.
I hope so. He is. He's got something stuck up somewhere. So
he's got that extra morning star of his stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why he has two, but you only ever see one. Just remember that.
Yeah.
The other one is somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to bed now, but Raisa, just give me a nudge whenever you think I'm overstepping my bounds with him.
Okay.
Just so I know, because I'm obviously not great at not speaking when I'm supposed to. So. Whatever.
Alright, so we will get a couple more rooms and so everyone's going to retire for the night? I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Alright, so hand over another 10 silver then.
Yes. We'll pay my 5 silver.
Okie dokie. I think that's a hint that you've got to pay for yours, Jack. I pay my 5 silver.
I'll pay for my 5.
Alrighty. So you guys all go and get a good night's sleep. Radovan is snoring loudly in his bed, dreaming of cudgels and little whiskers on kittens, things that, Okay.
His
and
favorite
you
things.
emerge, poof, morning. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys wake up in the morning.
Who do we feel like?
Who do you feel like?
You
feel like you.
You guys, you girls feel fine. Radovan is nursing He probably doesn't really get much of the way of hangovers. He's probably just very dehydrated.
Yep, pretty much.
You know, he's looking for a large glass of water.
I'm going to have
with whiskey
one.
chasers.
I woke up before Radavan, and I brought him up a glass of water.
There we go. Okay.
Peace offering.
Oh, that is pretty sweet.
Alrighty. Okay. So,
Oh,
but it is the day.
The day.
If you do not return the amulet to Lord Yarnspinner today, in theory, he puts a bounty out for the arrest of Radovan Rainier, and all kinds of bad things will occur to our priest of St. Cuthbert.
Be our first order of business after we eat breakfast.
breakfast, yes. Ugh.
Alrighty.
Yep. Let's have some breakfast, guys.
So you get a good, hearty, greasy breakfast served up in a dirty ashtray for Radovan.
Yum. Delicious.
And yeah, you wolf down a good, hearty breakfast. You know, about 5 copper apiece. No, well, actually, you had room, so that was comped. So okay, so with your full tummies, probably
Alright,
feeling
so-
somewhat
Let's
still,
do
even
this.
though probably feeling somewhat sick to your stomachs. The fact that you've got to go and face this asshole, and even worse, the prospect that you've actually got to turn this amulet over.
So, who's gonna accompany Radovan, and AKA Raisa would really like to not be in the room.
Oh,
And
jeez.
this is what we're talking about. Right here.
I don't know if Kia should go.
This
with
shiny
Radavan.
amulet.
That's
Going
right.
wait, I'm going in alone?
No, you shouldn't. I don't think kids
Pick
would be
one of
safe.
us.
Who do you want?
I want Raisa.
Based on
Fair enough. I'll go see if there's any pearls anywhere, man.
Okay.
Alright.
So I will accompany, and I am probably not going to say any.
Okay, so you two are heading straight to Lord Yarnspinner's, right?
Yes.
And Kia is going over to the general stores to see if they have any pearls available.
Wait, it doesn't even matter anymore because they're giving up the amulet.
Yep.
Alright, I'm
But
gonna
if you wanna
realize
spend a
that
whole bunch
as
of
I'm
money on
walking
pearls, you
towards
can.
the store. I'm realizing that as I'm walking towards the store and I'm
Okay.
like, oh crap.
So what do you want to do instead?
I'm just gonna go to Lord Yarnspinner's and stand outside the gate and just wait.
Sit under the apple tree. There you go.
Sit under the apple tree and whitewash a fence. I don't know.
Okay. So you arrive at the door to Lord Yarnspinner's house. Aren't you excited? Aren't you just going, ooh?
Good luck.
All right. So here we are, the lovely Lord Yarnspinner's dwelling. Okay. The door is opened by Kia's
Yes.
favorite person. Yes. Oh, hello, it's you.
We're here to see the Lord.
Oh, yes, he did say I should be expecting you sometime today.
Shall we?
Let me go and make sure that my lordship is ready to see you. One moment, please. Okay. After the usual 5 to 10 minutes of wait, he comes back. Lord Yarnspinner says that I should ask you to go directly to the guardhouse, and he will meet you there.
The guardhouse.
As he says that, you see the door open at the back of the hall, and Lord Yarnspinner's head stick out. He says, "Oh, that was a joke! No, come on in, come on in."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ha, very funny, sir. Your sense of humor amazes me. And he wanders off. Okay, he beckons you up to his room.
Yep. Go. We're going.
Alrighty. Okay, Radovan and Raisa. Lord Yarnspinner, he says, well, do we feel very pardony today?
I don't know. Do you?
Well,
It is you, after all, who's going to be doing the pardoning.
and if you have done a great service for the local lord, then I can indeed enact my favor upon you, and will happily do so. Do you have anything for me?
Throw it on the ground.
Be nice. You're gonna get a little poke
Yep.
from me.
All right. Extract the amulet and hand it, hold it out to hand over.
Okay. He kind of
Forcing a smile all the time, like.
Okay, you notice it almost like a little bit of overexcitement that he contains. He says, "Excellent. May I?" As he holds his hand out. Okay, he grabs it and snatches it back as quick as he can, almost like to make sure you don't have an afterthought of changing your mind. And he's like, "Yes. Oh, yes, indeed. You have done a great service." All right, Theron, thanks for the follow, man. He says, "Okay, well, let me see. Come in. Would you like a seat?" And then he kind of looks at you, Radovan, and says, "Perhaps a drink?"
I would like you to inform all the guards that I am indeed pardoned of any crime.
Oh, no, you can do that yourself. I'm going to give you a letter that you can take to the guardhouse.
Okay, give me the letter now, please.
Okay, he goes over and starts scrawling away. You notice, like, as he's doing it, he keeps, like, writing, he's like, shh. And then looking at the amulet. Shh. Definitely preoccupied by this thing.
I just look at Kia and shake my head.
Hey, Racer.
Kia's not there.
Racer, that's what I meant. I'm Racer and just shake my head.
Okay, after about 60 seconds, he comes back. You see him stamp a piece of paper and roll it up. Holds it out like at full arm's length towards you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Here you are.
Read it.
All right.
Read it.
Yep. I open it up and read it.
He says, I must admit, I applaud you in returning this heirloom from me. My family is in your debt.
Mm-hmm.
And be sure to give that to the clerk at the guard's office. It will expunge you of all your current wrongdoings.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you might bestow upon us?
Oh, yes, I was going to tell you. Silas Vanden has returned. I believe you were looking for him. He lives in a house down a half a mile southeast of here. Right on the bank of the river. He's home. Imagine that. He managed to come back all by himself.
Where was he? Do you know?
Well, fishing, I guess. I don't know. I sent some people out to look for him, as I'd promised I would, and the very next day I saw him in town. I merely mentioned to him that you were looking for him.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I think I'll be heading to the guardhouse now.
Alrighty.
You read the letter, though, right? There's nothing fishy in the letter?
I opened the letter, I mean...
Okay, yeah, so you read it. Basically, it's just a formal letter notifying them that Lord Yarnspinner, in his power as local lord, has enacted... It's called it the... like, as you're reading it, there's like some paraphernalia there, a big long paragraph, which in short says, you've enacted, or he has enacted a pardon upon you because you have performed the rite of Shada, whatever that means. And as such...
Wait, what?
Yeah, that would be questionable before you left.
Lord, sorry, what does this mean? What's Shada?
Yes. The very first lord that came up with the permissions that would allow other lords to grant favor to those that had performed great acts, either on behalf of the town or the local lord himself, was Lord Shardar. So it was named after him. They called it the Rite of Shardar. It's just a formal thing. It just means that I have used this right, and as such, that is the reason that I can pardon you.
Risa, do you have anything to say? Because I'm done here. Nothing? You have nothing? Thank you, Lord. We will...
He says, I would make sure I get that straight to the guardhouse.
Yeah,
I did, in fact, visit them first thing this morning and asked him to write up a arrest and issue some wanted posters for you.
Thank you, sir.
So,
I hope you live prosperously in this town of yours.
Should one of my guards arrest you, just show him the letter, you'll be fine.
Yes, I got that. Live a long and prosperous life.
Oh, I shall. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And may St. Cuthbert's blessings be upon you.
Oh, Cuthbert will be blessing me, that's for sure.
Says, thank you very much.
Let's go. We're done.
Okay.
I'm done.
As you kind of walk out the door and head down the hallway, you notice that he leans out and is like just smiling at you from around the side of the door.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
as
So
you literally
hard.
walk out the door, he's like, "Farewell, come again."
This motherfucker's going down. He's so going down.
I personally don't see why you don't like him. I'm just saying.
He's so nice.
He's just the nicest guy.
Next, guys, let's go to the guardhouse.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going
Which is
to
right here, number 11.
I'm going to stay behind in case something goes wrong, so that I'm not immediately close to them.
Alrighty. Okay. So you get there. As soon as you get to the guardhouse,
Kia
two
has
guards-
come in
Are you
behind
gonna
him.
follow in? Okay. A couple of guards see you, and they look at each other, and then they kind of walk over to you. Says, "Have you seen the Lord yet this morning?"
Hold out the paper.
He says, "Okay."
Almost
Almost like
Hold
an
out the paper.
almost as a sigh of relief. He's like,
It was right. It was
"Very well. In you go."
All right. Go to the guard.
Okay, as they walk in, you kind of hear in the background, he says, "I really wasn't looking forward to trying to arrest a pissed-off priest."
I'm glad to hear that. Your lord is a corrupt guy. I just got to say.
Oh, they kind of look surprised when you answered them, as if they were trying to say it without you hearing. He's like, "Oh, I wouldn't know about that. We just do what we're told, sir."
Yeah, well, there needs to be something in this town that gets him out of that manner. He is as corrupt as they can be, and as I have
Above my
many.
pay grade, sir. Sorry.
Well,
Take it
maybe
up
your
with
pay
him.
grade will be great. Oh, no. I'm going to take it up with other people. I have a whole city of friends in Sorrowmorn, and we have connections.
Okay.
And this is not the last you'll be hearing of me, I assure you.
He says, "Well, whatever you need to do, sir. Whatever you need to do. I hope you have a great day." And they kind of awkwardly hurry off, like before they say something they shouldn't.
When I
Yeah.
walk past them, I'm gonna let my shoulder kind of hit them kind of hard.
Well, they kind of look at you, and then they look at each other and just like shrug it off and keep walking, like they know better.
Yeah, they better know better.
Okay.
All right. Let's get the fuck out of this town, please.
All right, guys, I need some new rope, and we should probably get some rations and figure out how long it takes to get to this. What's the town name?
Oh, the city?
Yeah,
Gotham.
Corthin. Yeah,
It's,
before we head off.
it's Gotham.
Gotham City,
It's Gotham.
where
Before
you
we head off to
truly
Gotham
can
City.
be Batwoman.
Right.
All right, okay. So you're going to hand over the writ. The guy reads it over, stamps it, and says, "Oh, well, you're good to go. No problem here." And he picks up what looks like a small stack of paper and and throws it in the trash.
Are you happy at your job here, Mr. Master Guardsman?
Oh, absolutely.
So
How much
you're treated
How much
fairly
money
and
do you make?
right.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose so.
Can I
It's a
ask
very
about?
easy job. We hardly ever have to do anything.
Make a good pretty penny?
I wouldn't say a lot, but considering the work that I have to do, it's fair.
So the Lord is nobility,
Yes.
and he gets that right from where?
Well, he is of noble birth. He comes from a noble family,
I know,
and
yeah,
the
but-
king has granted him dominion over this town and the immediate surrounding area.
And the king, I imagine, is in Corthin, right? Or is
Oh, no, sir.
where's the king? Sorry, I'm a little hungover today, so I'm not.
Okay, he says, well, the king is about 300 miles to the east of here. It's a long way away, sir.
Where? Where does he live?
The king.
In a castle? I mean,
Oh well, no. He looks kind of like puzzled. I mean, you would actually you would know this information. It's just you've.
I know.
Never
I'm
asked.
so
Yeah,
pissed
I've
off.
got you.
I'm red in the face.
Right. No, he said the king lives in the capital city of the region, which is called Prolesis.
Okay. Just making sure you knew that. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty.
Look at Radaman like he's
I'm
idiot.
hungover and pissed, so I'm not thinking straight at all. Just so you guys know.
Okay.
Oh, yes, let's go. Sorry, Kia.
Let's leave
Let's
this
go.
place, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want to go by the store and pick up rope?
Yeah, and some rations, and then can you please refresh me how long of a journey is it to
To Corthan?
Yes.
If you go on foot or by cart, you're looking at a full week.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we should see if we can get some horses and a
Well,
carriage.
you guys own a horse and cart, don't forget.
Yep.
And yes,
It's
excellent.
here in town. You stabled it at the inn.
Mr. Bill, let's go. I'm going to go to Mr. Bill.
Bill!
All right.
Poor old Bill!
Yep. You guys go to the store and buy whatever provisions we need. I'm going to
All
Bill. I need to sit down and reflect.
Alrighty, so you go to Bill, check on your horse. He's been well taken care of. He's still in good health. He's been groomed, been taken care of. He looks a lot better than he has done.
Poor Bill. Bill's had a rough go.
That's it.
Bill's
been attacked by all kinds of stuff. But Bill's got a few battle scars, but he's a hardened, toughened horse now.
I'm doing a solo store run.
Okay,
Yes.
so what do you want to buy?
Excellent. Well, then, since I'm all alone, and they've left me alone,
Right.
let's just check my inventory here. Okay, so I'm going to. Is there a local jeweler?
No, but there were some basic trinkets and stuff at the general store.
Okay.
If you remember, the general store was pretty well stocked.
Yes. So I'm going to check out my little pouch of gems that I have,
Okay.
and just kind of show them to the shop owner and see what they're going to offer me. And if anything sounds good, maybe I'll sell one or two.
Alrighty. They kind of have a ponder and look at them, and they basically tell you that they could only afford to buy one of them because they just don't have the
Ooh.
surplus cash, and they offer you 20 gold for it.
Okay, I'll sell the one for 20 gold.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to grab a really nice rope.
So
Actually, they had...
silk rope is five silver for a spool of silk rope.
Okay, and then rations for 3 and a pony for, let's do a week.
Okay, so 2 gold and 5 silver.
Okay, and
Will cover
then...
for all 3 of you and the horse.
And, this, I don't know, my clothes are probably pretty burnt
Your
at this
clothes
point.
your clothes are charred and nasty.
So I will get, my cloak is fine because I
You took the
wear
cloak
that.
off and the
Yeah.
armor is taken off. The armor's got
Yeah.
a few, it's got a few tears and a few singes, but it's okay.
Yeah, so
But the
I'm going to
clothing
buy
is,
some clothing, yeah.
Okay. All right. You looking for like just rough clothes or anything fancy or?
A rugged pair of pants that will travel well, and then probably 2 shirts.
Okay.
And undergarments.
About 5 silver then should cover it.
Okay, I think that's everything. Arrows are stocked. Nobody asked for anything in particular?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. You're stocked up. You have your inventory, and you can, if you're ready, travel.
Oh, let's get the hell out of here, please.
Roll in.
Hit 'em up, move 'em all real high.
Okay, so you head out towards the city of Corthan. You know which direction it is because you saw when you came up from Saramorn, you took the right to Scarrow, but the signpost pointed to Corthan if you went straight on the road, so you know the way. Okay, well, the passage to the city of Corthan, as you know, will take about 7 days. You leave the town of Scarrow behind you and have an uneventful first day. The second day is also uneventful. However, late that evening, you do arrive at a familiar farmstead.
Yep.
Oh, do we want to go say hi?
Yes. Let's.
Yes.
Okay, you're a little more excited than I am, but yes, let's say hi.
Okay, so you want to go to the farm.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you go strolling up to the farm and knock on the door. We're going to move to the travel map here. Let's move you guys as well. Alright, so our adventurers are here. Okay. The door is open initially by a kind of a frowny-faced farmer, and then as soon as he sees you, his eyes open up and he goes, "Oh, hello again."
Greetings. Hello. How are you doing?
"Oh, fine. Come in.
Yep, please, yes.
Okay, he kind of leans over and goes, "Tina, we've got guests!" He says,
Tina.
He says, "Come on, come sit down. Come sit down. Come meet the missus."
Okay.
Okay, he takes you into the kind of a fairly plain but clean kitchen. There's a woman standing in there kind of just dusting flour off of her hands and wiping them on her apron. She kind of curtsies using her apron and smiles at you. And she says, "Oh, it's so pleased to meet you finally," she said. "I heard all of what you did to save my girls from those awful ruffians last week."
It had to be done. I mean, I have nothing else to say about that. I'm glad are they okay? Are they around?
"Oh, no, yes, they're fine. They're just feeding the animals."
That's good.
Excuse me, I was wondering what you did with the fellow who was still alive.
"Oh, well..."
Maybe over some drinks. How about some drinks? Yes?
He says, "Oh, absolutely." He said, "We've still got plenty of that fine ale that I gave you before."
You have some buns?
Sorry, it's near the end of the night, so maybe we should ask if they mind if we stable our horse and stay overnight.
"Oh,
Nice
absolutely.
idea.
No, you're more than welcome here. More than welcome."
Can we not stay in the barn, please?
If you
Yeah.
want
Too
to.
many memories.
Stay in the barn if you really want to, but I mean,
No,
you're welcome to stay in the
I
house.
do not want to stay in the barn.
Alrighty, so, when you ask about the buns, she says, "Oh, I'm just cooking a fresh batch right now. They'll be ready in about 45 minutes.
Oh, you're an angel. Thank you.
So,
Sticky buns!
goes ahead and pours you all a nice big cup of his home brew. He says, "Yes," he said, "what I would have liked to have done and what I did were two different things."
Well, what did you end up doing?
Wait,
He said, "I ended up just beating him with the rear end of a hoe and beating him off my property. Told him if I ever saw him again.
Which way did he go?
Off the property, that's all I cared about."
Okay. Give him a good licking.
He said, he goes, "I beat 9 bales of crap out of him, I did.
Well, good
You
on
Touched
you.
my
Survived.
girls." He said, "As for the other one," he said, "well," he said, "I think you pretty much took care of him.
Yes, I did.
Wanders around speaking up 3 or 4 octaves too high now."
Well, it's good. It's good to hear.
So-
Once they kind of poured the beer and you guys are chit-chatting, I'm actually going to go outside and kind of wander the property and just look for flowers and herbs and things.
Okay, you're just going to go a gathering.
Yes.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. You kind of spend 20-30 minutes. It looks like, because of the crop fields and stuff like that, for the most part, anything that might have been of use, he's pretty much pulled up and hurled away as weeds and stuff. So there's not really a whole lot here. Not in and around the farm. But 45 minutes later, there are some fresh hot buns ready. So...
Reese is missing out.
alright.
Lady, your buns are to die for.
You have tasty buns, Mrs. Alrighty. But do you want to ask them anything in particular? Other than that, it's just like pleasant chit chat, and
Yeah,
they're
pleasant chit-chat.
very, very friendly towards you and very grateful, and afford you all manner of hospitality that the average farm can manage to do.
No, just friendly chit chat, really. I mean, just otherwise tired.
Okie dokie. Well, as soon as you're ready to turn in, I mean, they provide you all a very basic cot, but it's comfortable,
Okay. Are we
Thank
in
you.
the same
and you
room?
all manage to get a good night's rest.
Hmm.
Okay. In the morning, he hands you like a to-go masonry jar of his ale. They give you a little bundled package of some of the leftover buns,
Thank you. You guys are too kind.
and see you on your merry way. Alrighty. Well, you travel another 3 or 4 days. Again, it's fairly uneventful. You're traveling mostly along the main roads, heading towards the city of Corthan. After about pretty much a full week, mid-afternoon on the 7th day, you approach a large walled city. It is humongous. Basically, what you guys can see is the entire area of the town that you just came from wouldn't fit in 1/4 of this place. I mean, it is massive. The walls are 15 to 20 foot high stone. There's massive, huge gatehouses. It is just for you guys that have never really seen anything. It doesn't marvel the splendor of the elven city that you came from, Kia, but
Not impressed.
For humans, that's right, and you. For humans, this is
Yeah,
this is it. This is one of the biggest places that they have. So Radovan is a little bit like ooh, and Kia is like, oh god, this place is a shithole. Like from Kia's memories of this place, it's just like it's dirty, it's corrupt, it's everybody here that has any money are overly pompous. This is just not the sort of place that Kia likes. Okay. And but you guys all got your kind of your brief on this. So okay, so as you approach the southern gate, it is the gatehouse itself is massive. It's a huge arch. It has a huge portcullis that is kind of hovering above, that could be dropped at any moment just to kind of help reinforce the gates. The gates themselves are made of massive, huge oak with large metal bands to reinforce it. There's 2 guards either side kind of looking at you as you get there, inquisitively and almost kind of like overly suspicious, but they don't approach you or accost you or stop you in any way, shape, or form as you go strolling through the gates. The first thing that you see is just how busy this place is. There's people on every street. It is loud. It is just loaded down with all manner of, life, basically. It's just busy, busy, busy. Like, the whole place is just a thriving network of wandering folk.
Whew.
You know what? Did we ever ask the wizard anything? He said he was going to give us information about the guy that stole the sapphire. We didn't actually ask him about that, did we?
He told you that it was a woman and that she had that blue mark.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he did. Okay. Never mind.
Awkward.
I was just seeing if you guys were paying attention.
I was laughing at Jane, Kia's statements.
Fair enough. Well, we're looking for that
Anyway,
tattoo. Well,
So,
this
yep,
sucks.
you guys
I'm gonna-
come right in through the southern gate.
All right.
Right. Time of day? Afternoon.
It is mid-afternoon when you get here.
okay, guys, gather round. Let's get off to the side a little bit because I know
Gather.
it's busy.
Gather round. Alright, what is it?
This place is not for the faint of heart. I have heard about
Right,
it.
sucks.
I know about it. Okay, Kia, that judgment aside, there's a lot of maneuvering that takes place when we deal with things. We need to be very careful on who we talk to, how we approach them, because everyone here who has an eye towards anything political or organizational or they will take advantage of you.
Well, you
We
might
need
want
to
to
be
hide your
careful.
symbol there.
Oh, that's not a problem. This place is kind of the main hub of my faith. So
crap.
I am
Yeah,
I belong here
quarter
more
in
than you.
This city, there's an entire quarter that is devoted to the religion of St. Cuthbert.
Yeah, so that's not
Okay.
a problem. I'm more worried about you, Kia. Risa, I don't know what you know about this place, but
I'll be fine.
you'll be fine. You sure?
I know to watch your pockets.
Oh, is that so? I know there's some criminality, but that's expected in any city, right? So what do you mean watch your pockets? I mean,
Just keep a tight pocket.
I'll do that. You want to babysit me while you're at it, Radovan?
I don't want to babysit anybody. Come on.
Alright. Well, thank you for the heads up. Anyway.
I think we should get situated. I think
Find
we
the
can-
inn.
It is not hard to... basically, there are signposts on every street corner, kind of giving you directions. The sign that's like right here in front of where you guys are, it points northwards, where basically it's the living... It says that's where the living quarter is. To the left is a sign saying Cheapsides. There's smaller signs underneath, one of which is labeled Boar and Crown, and then kind of in parentheses it says Inn and Tavern, and it points in the direction of this main street here.
Is that number 2, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, and it is
Yeah.
massive.
Where's the stables?
Attached right next to it.
Oh boy, perfect. Okay.
Number 4?
All right. We'll let's stable bill and get a room. I think we're going to spend some days here. So
Okay. Well, basically, once you get to this place, it is by far the biggest inn you've ever seen. At least 4 times larger than anything you've stayed in so far. It's 4 stories high.
Oh, wow.
It is massive. It is architecturally a masterpiece as well. There's smoke coming out of multiple chimneys. It's just a ginormous... it goes beyond being an inn. It's like the inn. It's the Hilton.
it's the Hilton, right?
Yeah, it's called the Boar and Crown. There's like a huge hanging sign that's like masterfully painted by maybe some local artist or something like that, which has a very aggressive, regal-looking boar with an actual crown on its head. But it almost like human-like facial features on the boar itself.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Huh. Okay.
All right, let's get situated.
Alright.
Alrighty, so you're going into the inn?
Yes.
Run into the inn.
No. You
No?
can't go in the inn. I'm not letting you. Here we go. There you are. Alrighty.
It's like Kia all over it. Okay.
Here you go into the inn. As you walk in, you can see it's already very crowded. Coming from the far corner, there's like a live minstrel playing on a bar.
Ooh.
Or like on a little stage.
Okay.
Over here. Oop, I keep moving the map.
He's
There we go.
doing that, that's for sure.
But it is extremely loud. Like the volume in here is almost as loud as on the streets.
I'm going to be sticking very close to Radovan's, left flank.
Alrighty. Immediately to the left, there is a huge, brutish-looking doorman. He's like wearing a leather tunic. He's actually he's almost 2 inches taller and probably about 2 inches wider than Radovan.
What?
He's a massive, monstrous human.
Oh my
Big,
goodness.
bald-headed brute
Oh,
of a guy.
hello.
Just kind of standing there with his arms crossed, just glaring at everybody in the inn.
Give him a friendly wave.
Okay. He kind of just looks at you, and his eyes hold yours for about half a second, and then he just continues to scan past you and look further deeper into the inn.
I turn around and ignore him.
Yeah, stick close to me, guys.
Okay. Will do.
Yes.
So I go to the bar.
All
Get
right.
us a room.
You make your way to the bar. Basically, there's everything from commoner to rich folk here. There's a halfling to your left, sitting there with a massive, great big pipe, just smoking it and puffing it, glaring at you, holding a huge mug of beer with 2 hands and spilling as much of it as he can on his beard. Okay, the innkeeper finally kind of holds your glance, looking at you. He's kind of a skinny, balding man. He's wearing a red tunic. He appears to be probably in his late 40s. And there's 2 servant wenches that are like charging around like wildfire, but they look like they're in their probably mid to late 40s as well. There's no young strumpets here for you to pick on today.
Oh,
Okay,
nuts.
he looks at you and he says, "Hello, what can I get you?
There it is.
You'll have to speak up."
My friends and I would like a couple of rooms. 3, to be exact.
3 rooms, right? Anything else?
For several days. How much per night?
We charge 6 silver a night. If you
Oh.
stay for a week, you basically get 1 night for free.
I look
That
at
includes
Risa.
breakfast. You can have it for a full board if you want, but that's a gold a night. Sorry, 10 silver.
Risa, Kia. Couple nights, maybe 3? Or do you want to do the whole week? Alright, well, 3 nights, please. 3 rooms for 3 nights piece.
Full board?
What?
Full
Do you
board, 10
want
silver.
full board?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Right. That's a gold and 10 silver apiece then, please. In advance, if you don't mind.
Do it. I hand it over immediately.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, me too.
Is this going to get you a drink?
No, I'm okay for now, thanks.
Right, you notice that a couple of the people in the inn are like eyeballing you, like glancing up and down at you very, very inquisitively. And they're not even trying to hide it. It's like obvious. And it's not even like they're just checking out the girls. It's like just generally they're checking all 3 of you out in...
What do they look like?
Both of them look fairly young. Humans, little scruffy. One, this guy right here, and then you got this guy over here, either side of the bar, just watching you.
Yeah.
Like menacingly, or
Kind of like this. They're like literally like.
oh my gosh.
Just, every time that they don't even take their eyes off you when they sip a drink. They're
Like,
just staring straight at
Redovan,
you.
where do we go?
I look at this one over here, and I say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Okay, he just kind of takes another drink. He says, "Fine."
Got anything to say?
No? Do you?
No, I just noticed you were looking in our general direction.
This is just curious. That's all.
Well, ask a question. Stop staring.
This is all right. Are you rich? Do you have a lot of money?
I'm rich with faith.
He says, well, I can see you're a priest of St. Cuthbert, obviously.
Yeah. So, to answer your question, I'm so poor. I roll my eyes. I'm the poorest man in here.
Oh. What about
Look
you
elsewhere.
ladies? Do either of you possibly need a guide for the city that you can afford to pay?
No.
No thanks.
Fair
See
enough.
ya.
Then.
Why don't you look at the wall, maybe find some cracks.
He says, no, it's all right. Go about your business. Well, I'm fine. Sorry to bother you.
Uh-huh.
Kara's
ya.
all kind of looking at you. It's like you just get that really uncomfortable feeling. You know what I mean? It's like they're just...
Like Redovan.
They're not doing anything wrong, but they're just paying too much damn attention.
I'm just gonna kind of mumble and say, maybe we should have got one room.
Really?
Kinky time.
You want...
Oh. This sucks. This place sucks.
Right. As you're standing there, a guy gets up from this chair from the fireplace, comes and stands right here, puts his hand on the bar, like just order a drink. And the first thing you notice is he is also elvish. He is a full-blooded high elf, much like Kia.
Oh, you're gonna notice me put my cloak, like, kind of sink a little bit more in case he looks familiar.
Oh.
Does he look familiar to me?
No.
Okay.
But
I'm just gonna
the
glance
barman
at
comes
him.
over and just looks at him, and he just slaps his hand down, lifts it up, and there's like 6 or 7 silver pieces there, and just looks at the barman. He goes back behind him, reaches up, pulls a bottle of wine from the back, pours it into a glass, and brings it and sits it on the table. He just nods politely, takes it, turns around, cuts you a kind of a subtle glance. You notice that the halfling kind of moves away from him, like noticeably. And then he kind of like smiles, like with a half smile at you, Kia, as he kind of just looks at you. He's like, nods, and then goes and sits back down in his chair.
He knows you're an elf.
I kind of nod back to him in recognition, but I'm not going to go over and talk to him.
Hey, kids, it's your new boyfriend over there. Why don't you go say hey?
I'm going to grab Radovan by his hair and shut up.
I mean, you pretty much all know
Wait,
that
what?
this city is multiracial. It's a human city, but halflings. One of the things that you know about this city that you really don't like about it, Kia, is that there are half-orcs that live here.
Can we get to the point where she grabs my hair?
I was trying to think of what I would grab on you, and it's the first thing that came to
Grab
me.
that big flowing red cape.
So you literally just did this to me, right?
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Shut up. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I obviously didn't talk to the guy. Let's go sit down. Please.
Oh, Jesus, fine.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I shake my
Don't
head.
do that again. It's not funny.
I'm following Radovan. I don't go anywhere unless Radovan goes.
Coward.
Yep.
Okay.
I sit there in shock. I'm just like staring at Kia like.
Okay, so you all basically made your way
Just
and
like
claimed the
boyfriend
table.
jokes, I guess. Maybe there's a reason.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah.
Right, one of the waitresses comes over, looks at you up and down, and just kind of smiles politely. And she says, do you want anything off the spit or out the oven? She kind of glances back behind her. You notice like half an entire cow is on an open spit roast up here.
I'll have some of that and some water, please.
Fair enough. Right, within no time at all, she goes over. You see her like carving huge chunks of this cow off with a big knife and laying on a big platter. Then she goes and piles up a whole bunch of mixed vegetables and stuff and brings it and just slaps it in the middle of the table. And it's not really one plate for each of you. It's just like a huge big platter that's probably got about 4 pounds of sliced meat and about 4 pounds of vegetables just piled up on there. And then she puts 3 flagons of water down.
Dinner.
Cow time. It's cow chow.
I'm not
Let's
eating
do
cow.
this, guys. Let's do this. I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. Alright.
So,
Man. Never mind, I don't want to get into it. So, what's our plan?
We need to find the woman with the mark, right?
Right.
Which is too difficult to find.
Seems like splitting up won't serve us very well, though. Will it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
We would see the most bodies, but we would probably be less safe if we weren't with you, Radovan.
Yeah. This is not the place where we should split up.
No.
But
I mean, especially if you guys don't know your way around the city, it is so big that unless you had, strict meeting places, this is not a we'll bump into each other type of place. This is
Right.
you could feasibly search around for days and not find each other.
Jeez. Okay. Guess we gotta do this together then.
But where do we go first?
Well, let's think. We're looking for a thief.
Yeah.
You should know more about this race. Where can we find a thief?
Well, I have
You know
heard.
about this place, yeah.
I have heard about this place, and what I do know is there is a large city watch here, so the thieves are sneaky.
Okay.
But there's a lot of corruption within the city watch as well, so we need to keep our eyes and ears definitely open. I've heard rumors of organized thieving places or guilds. Actually, I believe there's one called the Knights of Liberation. Maybe if we can look, and I don't know, find some stuff about that. They seem to be kind of one of the primary names that
Might
you
be
hear
their
of.
symbol, maybe. Could be.
Okay, so we can definitely pursue that. I think what we need to do is look at us, right? Look at what we all look like.
You're saying we should blend in.
We're a weird party.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you're actually not so standoutish in this city. I mean, glancing around you, there's people wearing all kinds of clothing and stuff like that. The one thing you just do need to remember, the Cathedral for St. Cuthbert is here, in this city. Any priest is obviously going to be noticed.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
that,
exactly what I was getting towards.
Looking to see you, and instantly they think, Cuthbert, big deal.
No, that's actually exactly what I meant when I said we are a weird group because we stand out in our respective roles.
And you're hanging out with elves.
And I'm hanging out with an elf and a half elf. I'm leaning more towards the half elf in terms of her being half human. So
Right.
It's not two elves I'm hanging out with. It's one elf I'm hanging out with.
Right. Race is technically human unless anybody knows otherwise.
Exactly. I need to get commoners close to blend in with you guys. So when we go around town, I don't stand out as an obvious, hey, here I am. That's what I think.
That's a good idea, Radovan.
Okay. Sure.
So the question is, where can I leave my stuff? I mean, in my room, is that safe? I don't know. I hope so.
I mean, you get keys and you do get to lock your doors.
But that, yeah.
And I mean, it is obviously a fairly well-run establishment. I'm not guaranteeing that means anything's safe, but
right. No, of course.
It probably wouldn't be a well-to-do place if it was constantly being if the guests were constantly being robbed and fleeced inside their own rooms. And they do have security as well, don't forget. Very large security.
Yeah, he scares even me.
Right.
All right. I wonder if the shops will stay open. It's getting towards nighttime, right? So
yes. It's by now it's very late afternoon, early evening, kind of 6:30-ish our time.
So should we just call it a night and tomorrow start fresh?
Get an early morning.
Yeah, I'll buy new clothes and stow away my gear, or most of it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess that's what we do.
Well, that is exactly 10:30, which brings us to the very end of our show for tonight.
No!
I didn't even notice. No!